When I pull up on you, then I might swear, ayy. Double off deuce, ayy. That you might work, ayy. When I pull up on you, then I might swear, ayy. Double off deuce, ayy. That you might work, ayy. That you might work.
Welcome back to another episode of the Michel Matters Podcast. I'm Jocks Michelle.
And I'm Jackie Michelle.
Welcome back.
Hey, guys.
What's wrong with you? Episode 34.
Yes.
Actually recorded on a Saturday.
Yes.
Good.
This is what we need to be doing all the time.
We would have been started a while ago, but, you know.
I was on the phone with my sister.
Okay. Just saying. So, yeah.
Is that a crime?
I didn't say a word. I didn't say a word.
You was on the phone with her, too.
Yeah, but I was ready to go. So.
Okay.
I'm ready to get this podcast cracking.
Yes.
So, yeah. So, the last 2 weeks. Come on. Catch them up. What's been going on?
You've been busy. So, I feel like you should catch them up.
You're right. So the Top Dogs AAU team that we started, we had our first tournament last weekend. It's crazy because it feels like, you know, something that starts off just, you know, as a thought, and then and then it turns into like, you know, an idea and an idea into just what we got going on right now. Mm-hmm. It felt good just to get started. The gear is coming in. All the gear is in for right now. Yeah.
What is y'all playing during the tournament?
I mean, we slapped something together. Wong had some shirts.
Oh, okay.
And he got somebody to press some numbers on them.
Okay.
And we got it cracking.
Gotcha.
So, you know, I was really proud of the guys. The only thing, like, it's just crazy. I do not know how parents that, like, have been doing this for a long time, like, how they hang. Like, so Saturday, we had to, well, even before Saturday, since I'm quote-unquote the program director, like, it's my job to send out the schedule and everything to the parents. So I got the schedule from the tournament people, like, on a Wednesday. Between Wednesday and Friday night, the schedule changed, like, 5 times. So, like, I sent one schedule out on, like, Thursday or Friday, and then I held it. I was like, I can't keep sending updates to the schedule. So I waited till late Friday night. I sent the schedule out. So on Saturday, we drove. Well, luckily Saturday we played both of our games and at one location. And then after that, we had to drive from, I guess it's like Hollywood to Coconut Creek. And then Sunday or Saturday night, you know, I already know the schedule for Sunday. Mm-hmm. So I send it out. Thank goodness I fell asleep real early because I was tired. Sunday morning, I woke up. The first text I saw on my phone was from one of the other coaches. He was like, the location changed. So at 5:30.
Is that like a typical thing with these?
I guess.
Tournaments?
It's my first time.
Yeah.
So usually, I mean, a lot of times I try to have like a central location, but this tournament had like 5 different gyms. So we just bounced around a lot. So even Sunday, we played in Deerfield Beach. We won. We had to drive back down to play in Miramar. And if we won that game, we were going to have to drive back down to Deerfield Beach. Yeah. Or up to Deerfield Beach. But either way, it's just a lot of back and forth. So kudos to all the parents who carpool and do all that stuff. Like, it's a mission. Like, even as a coach, when we had to carpool, like, it's a lot. So I definitely give credit to the parents that's got to go through all that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
How'd they do?
So first game we got robbed, straight up. I hate when people do that because they're like, it's always an excuse. But whatever. So we lost the first game by 3. There was like controversy over the score because the dude doing the score, there was some point where he was giving points to the wrong team. Oh. And by the time we figured it out, we don't know how long he had been doing it.
Yeah.
So it was just crazy, but whatever. Second game, we kind of got beat solid.
Kind of?
Yeah. Third game we won, and then the fourth game, they kind of beat us. Like,
ain't no kinda.
Like there's losing, and then there's like getting beat to sleep.
Oh, okay.
They kind of beat us to sleep, but we woke up at some point.
Okay. But you won. So you won one game.
One game. We won one game.
Okay.
Should have been at least 2, but
gotcha.
I mean, it is what it is. It was a good start.
Yeah. So for the first tournament.
I know. So we'll be back at it probably the weekend after next, I think. Okay. So yeah. And we got our first sponsor. That was clutch. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that. I don't know.
No, I mean you don't have
if he wants to be
but
outed.
that's awesome.
But solid sponsorship. Yeah. So what else been going on?
One of our friends' birthday parties
Was yesterday. No,
it was Thursday.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was like my big brother. Turned 34. It was a surprise birthday party. And I almost told him.
You think
about
he
it.
didn't know for real?
I don't think he knew. Because, like, even when we hung out Wednesday, like, it seemed like he. What?
What?
Oh, because you started laughing.
No.
Like, we hung out Wednesday, and he was, he seemed nonchalant. Like, he was ready because he was supposed to be going out of town.
Mm-hmm.
So
he had other things distracting.
Yeah, like, he wasn't focused on, what was going on Thursday. And then we ended up, I don't think it was a great surprise because when he pulled up, he saw the cars. So I'm pretty sure he knew what was going on.
He even came in. He was like, why are these cars here?
It's your birthday. But
it was nice.
So that was cool.
Definitely didn't feel like waking up on Friday though.
Yeah, that was the worst part. It was a Thursday night, so you can't even like turn up the way you want to.
Yeah,
because you gotta go to work. So,
and then the next day, our niece had a little performance at her
you said
school.
A little performance? That wasn't no little performance.
Because they little kids.
Nah, my dog had a solo.
She did. She had a solo, and then she had a dance. So that was cool. That like it turned out really, really, really nice.
Yeah. And then afterwards, we went out to Red Lobster.
Yeah. Which
is, I don't know. I guess as growing up as an adult and my palate has matured past Red Lobster.
He's bougie now.
I'm not bougie.
That's basically what he's
I'm not bougie. But my palate has outgrown Red Lobster.
Yeah, if we want seafood,
I ain't going to Red Lobster.
We're not going to go to Red Lobster. But somebody did give me a $25 gift card.
Yeah.
I don't know why. What was that from? My birthday, maybe?
Maybe.
It was probably my uncle. He always gives me gift cards. So I was like, oh, at least we get to use it.
Yeah. Besides, the bread.
Yeah.
There's nothing funny.
But you could always go to Publix and make it yourself.
Nah, it's not the same.
It's not. But
it's not the same.
I feel like they made them smaller now.
Maybe.
You don't feel like that basket looked a little...
I feel like there was a little...
empty?
They were a little sheesh with the...
with the quantity?
Yeah.
Because they want you to keep ordering more and more, I guess. I don't know. That's just more work for the waiter, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he had to come back. And, of course, my sister was pushing him like, don't forget the bread. And another one. I was just like, yeah, I get it. But
do you need more water and bread?
Yeah. That's the only good thing at Red Lobster.
That's why we're here, really.
To be honest, that's the only good thing at Red Lobster.
Yeah. Yeah, and then last episode we got pretty vulnerable, I feel like.
You think I was vulnerable?
Kinda. I feel like it was honest. But a lot of people shared in our sentiment. Especially you, because I feel like you did most of the talking.
I was struggling. I was struggling for sure. So,
which is why we're here on a Saturday, and we literally didn't do much today. Like, you got your truck serviced, and I went to Target, and that's it.
Yeah, I deposited my check. Like, that was it. But I don't know. It's good to get stuff like this out of the way on Saturday because Sundays could get hectic, and that's
Sundays get hectic.
It can when we gotta. Not we, but like you'll meal prep. I have to edit, and then it could almost,
or we'll visit people.
Yeah, and it could even carry on into Monday morning. Sometimes with like uploading the episode and everything.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Get everything done on Saturdays just frees up Sundays.
Yeah,
because to me, like Sunday after 6 is Monday. Like once the sun goes down, I'm already thinking about work and all that stuff. So like, it's not.
So what's your update after that episode?
I feel like I've done a terrible job since then. I feel
on
like
what? Scheduling breaks?
Yeah, I feel like I was busier after that. That was crazy.
I feel like you scheduled better though.
Maybe.
And so you may not have felt as...
I did.
You did?
Nah, I felt...
Oh, you didn't tell me.
I thought through it, but I just felt like I don't know. Things just got crazy still. And it's just, at work, I'll be like, And I literally talked about taking a break, and it just never happened. It just never happened.
But you don't take, like, a break during the day at work?
Kind of.
That's, like, the law.
It is, but, I mean, you work. You know, sometimes it don't be all that. Especially, like...
Yeah, I mean, I get it. But when I stick to it...
Yeah, for sure. It's clutch.
Yeah.
When I take, like, a true break... I mean, I do take breaks at work from time to time. But even on my breaks, my phone is on me, so I'm reachable.
Right.
So, I mean, my mind is not completely at rest from work.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think I did a terrible job.
Did I give you a break when you came home? Since you needed a break from me, too.
Oh, my God. But it's funny that you say that, though. Because there was one day when I came home, I thought I was going to have a break. And then I called you, or you called me, because I texted you. And I was like, where you at? And you're like, oh, I'm at the store, or I'm going to the store. And then you called me. And you're like, oh, are you having, like, your alone time? And I was like, kind of.
Oh, because it was late.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, well, I just need to stay on the phone with me.
Yeah.
So I did.
Because I was just leaving. No, I'm just trying to explain to the people. I was leaving an alterations appointment, and she couldn't meet me until, like, 8:30. And she lives like 20 minutes away. So then after that, you were like, oh, where are you? Because it was getting late.
Yeah.
So it was like after 9. Maybe like 9:30.
Maybe.
And then no. Actually, you just texted me a question mark.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And that's not communication to me. So I just decided to call you.
Okay. Time out. Let's do this then. I text you, question mark. You said that wasn't communication. You didn't even tell me you weren't going to be here. So
okay. And so then I called you. I called you and I said, you could have just called me.
I could have.
What's up?
I was about to walk into the shower. I was in the shower when you called me, matter of fact.
Okay. Yeah. But then I was like, then you said, oh, I'm out of deodorant and like just different stuff. And then I was like, oh yeah, that's true. So let me just stop at Walmart because, you know, that's going to be on my way. And then I didn't want to be at the store that late with no one knowing like where I'm at. Like, I don't know. I'm just weird about certain things.
I feel you. I knew where you was though. I'm not trying to be insensitive, but I thought I was gonna have like some alone time.
Like even on the phone, there were some like quiet parts. Nah. Like I wasn't talking the whole time. I was talking the whole time.
When you was at the register, but.
Well, yeah, because funny things happen at Walmart,
so
and I had to tell you.
You let me off the phone as you're walking into your car or whatever. And we don't live that far from Walmart, right? So Jackie comes home, whatever, we're about to eat, and then she was like, did you have enough alone time? And I was like, the 5 minutes that we weren't on the phone? And she was like, what do you mean 5 minutes? I was like, bro, we don't stay that far from Walmart. Yeah. That was the only time I had.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that doesn't like bother me, but I guess you can see where my time gets like cut down. And even like Wednesday, and these aren't bad things. Like I came home and I saw your car and I was like, why is she here?
Oh yeah, because I was really supposed to be here.
But the only good thing, I did get, not alone time, but.
Yeah, you did, because I wanted my alone time.
I didn't get alone time Wednesday.
Where were you?
I went out.
Oh, that's on you.
No, but that's what I was saying. I was like, I didn't get alone time.
I got my alone time.
Yeah, I didn't get alone time, but I got time, like, to do something that wasn't work or sleep.
Yeah, you got to hang out with your friends.
Yeah, so that was cool. Good.
Yeah. So what are you going to do this week about taking a break?
I don't know, boss. Ain't no holidays. Cinco de Mayo. I can't.
First of all, Cinco de Mayo is on a Sunday.
Oh, man. I don't know.
But I mean, I feel like this is why like today is good.
Kind of.
Like after we record.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be.
And even before, I feel like you took like too many naps today.
Kind of, yeah. I did. You're right.
So maybe you're not seeing the beauty in the breaks that you are taking because like they're not the breaks that you want. You know what I mean? Like
I get it. I'm not happy about the 5 minutes that I get to myself.
Yeah.
Yo, you said yeah.
I'm joking.
But I see what you're saying.
Today you literally had like 2 hours to yourself or more.
No, I didn't. 2 hours? What 2 hours?
You was in the room for like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And then they called you and was like, "Oh, your truck is ready. We'll be ready in an hour."
Mm-hmm.
And then that whole other hour, you were by yourself.
Kind of.
Maybe you just didn't do what you wanted to do during that break, but you had a break.
Okay, I won't argue that.
Okay.
Today wasn't bad.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna complain about today.
Tomorrow's gonna be even better.
Yeah, I feel like we've just like railed off not off topic.
We weren't really on a topic.
You're right. Well, let's get into one.
Well, we did have a comment on Facebook. Mm-hmm. Taryn said, "I need this episode. Scheduling is one of the hardest things to battle." And basically, I was just telling her, like, in the episode, we were just word vomiting because we don't even know. Like, we try to schedule, and we do schedule, I think, the important stuff. Like, I know the main things, which is why when I wasn't home that day, I was like, well, he not going to be home because it's practice day, so let me get this alteration in. Yeah. There was really nothing it wasn't big enough for me to communicate like that. To me.
Okay.
Really?
I'm just saying, I don't think we get to pick and choose these things.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so like, that's where scheduling can get a little difficult. Yeah. But as far as breaks, I think that's necessary.
Did you do a good job, you think, of getting your like alone time this week?
I feel like I always get alone time. It's just I end up like working or doing stuff. Yeah, like, but I'm okay with that because I actually like doing those things.
I get you. Like
all day I'm working, doing other things for other people. And then when I get home, I can work on things that I want to work on. Yeah. So that to me is also alone time. Yeah. Is that weird?
No, because I won't be here. So you get to.
But even when you are here, if I'm working, even if we're working in the same room, I'm still working on my own thing.
You're right.
Like, I don't interrupt your work.
You're right.
So I don't know. But, yeah. And then I think somebody else reached out to you on social media about they needing a break.
It was Maggie. Maggie, she just commented that she had to listen because she felt like that she had that moment of I need a break this week. So yeah. You know, I mean, it's something that I feel like a lot of people really do.
Yeah, man, it's adulting.
So
it's a sham.
It's not a sham, but it ain't what they told us it was gonna be. So
I thought we'll get into that in another episode, I guess.
Yeah, that's definitely a whole episode on the song.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys can subscribe and rate us on iTunes. Send us comments on SoundCloud, Facebook, Instagram at Jackie I Michelle, and Twitter at Coach_JOX. Yeah. I know you was trying to say it. No. And if you want to support the podcast, you can check out the links that we have from sponsors.
Yes. Click on the links. Support us by supporting them.
Okay.
So, all right, on to the current matter.
Yes.
So, for this episode's current matter, this is something that came up on like social media this week. Virgil Abloh, he's the owner. I don't know what else he is.
Designer.
Yeah, like he runs Off-White. They do all types of collaborations with. I know they do Nike. He's done stuff with Serena Williams, stuff like that. Like he's a very prominent like designer. Yeah. Right now, he's the hot guy right now.
And like Kanye's friend.
Kind of, yeah. Kanye kind of be hating now, but
yeah, but Kanye
he came up under
on.
Kanye. Yeah, he definitely came up under Kanye.
Yeah.
But he had like a Christmas party for his employees in April, but whatever.
Is that something he does every year?
I don't know, but it's a creative thing. I don't know, like y'all do weird stuff like that. So they took pictures, you know, like any group of people now took pictures during the party. And the internet was the internet. Black Twitter was bringing up the fact that in all the pictures, it looked like it was all white people. and for someone, a black owner of a clothing brand, and they expected, at least more diversity.
Right.
Even if it wasn't
From
just
him.
black people. Yeah. I think people expected a certain level of diversity. And, we was let down. So, I figured because Jackie works in the fashion industry, she kind of gets it. We spoke about it this morning, I think it was.
Bit.
Just a little bit. But
I don't know too much about it.
But you had an opinion.
You showed me you showed me the photo, and you were telling me what people were saying. And I was just like, I get it, right? But I was just like, where is the headquarters, first of all? That was my first question.
That was the first question you asked. And I didn't even think about it.
I was like, where are the headquarters? Because who knows, right? And then come to find out it's in Milan, in Italy. I'm like, okay, so who do you expect to live in Italy? Italians. I've never seen a black Italian, but I could be wrong. Maybe they're out there, right? So
fair point.
I would just figure the people who would work there would be Italian.
Sorry, my back to the
jerk would be Italian and white. That's just...
But the only thing is think about.
But I get it. He's black, so you would expect him for what, to import black people?
But not only is he black, I mean, he's not from Italy. He started off here.
Yeah, I don't know why. So
he don't have
Italy.
Nobody that transferred from the original company to the headquarters in Milan. I'm pretty sure the headquarters weren't always in Milan.
Because he went from Louis to starting his own thing.
He had his own thing first.
Really?
Yeah.
And he just designed for Louis?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. Where is he from?
I don't know.
Because I feel like...
But I have the internet. I'll tell you in a little bit. Keep talking.
Everybody's mission statements and vision is different. For me, I'm from Miami. If I were to design, I would want to keep it with, my people in Miami.
He is from Illinois.
Chicago?
Rockford.
I don't know what that is.
He's Ghanaian, whatever. Anyway.
From Ghana.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So I would want to, for me, my vision would be not to hate, but an all woman staff. That would be my dream. And a diverse group of people. It don't only have to be black women. It could be Spanish. It could be, or is that not the correct term? It could be Hispanic or Latina, white, Indian. It could be whatever. But I would want all women to work for me.
That's kind of like how Lena Waithe is. I think it's Lena
all
Waithe.
Women.
I think it's Lena Waithe, but whatever. She has, or maybe it's Ava DuVernay.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's
on
her.
On her teams, it's all women on her teams.
I love that.
I don't know why y'all leaving us out, but okay.
Y'all left us out for years, so. But that's a whole nother conversation.
It is.
But I guess for him, it's I don't know what made him decide to start it up in Italy. But I'm that's just where it is, and that's where the party is. So who do you think is really gonna be there? It's just gonna be I don't know why you guys are surprised, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I always just assumed, because Off-White is high end, quote unquote, urban wear. Mm-hmm. So you usually expect when you're dealing in that type of business that, you have black people making decisions for black people. No, but I'm saying when it's a black...
Yeah, if it's FUBU.
But that's what I'm saying. That's kind of... I think eyes closed, not knowing the situation. If somebody tell you Virgil Abloh, a Ghanaian guy, has a company, and you would assume he hires black people. Just like when we had FUBU, it was for us, by us. You kind of just assume these things.
Of course.
People were shocked.
Yeah.
When they saw the pictures, whoa.
But you gotta also think FUBU, maybe the price of a jacket was in the hundreds.
Oh yeah, this is different.
The price of this jacket is
Off-White,
1,000.
Off-White is definitely high end, but
1,000 plus.
I think at the same time, black people took pride in that too. There is high end urban wear,
right?
But we didn't know.
But who's buying that? Do you know anyone who wears Off-White?
I've seen people who have not the
who's
clothes.
not a celebrity.
Yeah,
a black
I know
person?
people who don't have the clothes but have like some of the collabs.
Oh, okay.
So like the sneakers, that's the big thing.
Yeah.
Like the sneakers.
Yeah.
That we can afford, or I've seen people rock. But yeah, I know people who own Off-White collabs.
Okay. Well, my experience in the industry itself is just I'm always typically the only black person there. Typically. So, and I'm in America. Like, you'll go to different companies and the environment is different. So I did work at a company before where it was a white company, like, for real. Like, the people who were buying the clothes were, you know, middle-aged to, like, 60-year-old white women. And it was in Boca, which is very white. But most of the people there, well, at least, like, the people, you would be surprised by who worked there. Like, my managers, one of them was from, where are her parents from? Somewhere in Africa, some African country. And Tanzania. That's where her people are from. And then the other girl was from, what was that college show you used to watch?
College Hill?
Yeah. But what?
Where?
What island was that? Because it was that island.
Yeah, man. It was College Hill.
Well, she was a Caribbean girl.
Gee, I can't remember now.
And so those were my two managers. Then the head of production was an African-American woman. There was another technical designer that was an African-American woman. Then there was another girl in production.
Virgin Islands.
The Virgin Islands.
Yeah.
That's where she's from. Then there was another mixed girl from like Fort Myers or something, but she was in production. So it was like actually one of the most diverse places that I've worked in, even though the clothing was not for us, like, at all.
I guess my only thing is,
but typically
there could be an effort made though.
I completely agree. I'm sure there's somebody in London or somewhere in Europe that could have been at that party or could have been in that position or whatever it was. We also don't know who those people were.
I mean, there's pictures
like,
of
and who, like,
creative
what their
directors.
positions are.
There was a picture that was all creative or art directors, and it was all white. I mean, the whole party.
Well, that was
all white. So.
See, and that's art directors and creative directors. But what about the people who are actually designing the product?
Because I mean, you would assume they were at the party.
Yeah, but we don't have a picture of them.
I mean, there's a picture of the room, and
in general,
yeah, and it's the same, much of the same. All I'm saying is there could have been. There should have been, in my opinion, an effort.
I would have appreciated an effort for sure, but I think sometimes, like, it's the odds are stacked against you sometimes. Like, I'm always shocked and I'm happy when I meet somebody else who's like in production or in tech like me, and I'm like, oh, you're black and we both work in fashion, like, this is great, like, and this is America, like, y'all can go to Parsons or FIT or whatever and it's black people there, but not all the time are they the ones getting hired for certain positions, or, you know, they don't have the connections. That's a big thing too.
But I feel like that's where someone who's there.
Yeah.
I mean, you own the company. This is our chance. Like, you would think this is when you reach in and you bring some people up with you. It looks like you did.
I don't know who the HR director is. I don't know who they know.
I'm not gonna blame anyone else but him, to be honest with you.
Okay.
It's his company.
You're right.
So
you also don't know who's backing the company. That's another thing. You don't know who's investing their money in these things. It's kind of like when we went to...
I mean, he came into this with money, though. Because he had his own business before where he resold clothes, and he started off
yeah, but that's not like money enough to start a high-end brand. That's not enough.
I mean, what brand just starts off high-end? I'm pretty sure he built his way up to being high-end.
No, you start that way.
Well, I'm saying...
Like, Off-White started off Off-White. You know what? Off-White started off high-end is what I'm saying. You can't just be like, oh, yeah, I'm baby fat, and all of a sudden now you Louis Vuitton. Like, that's not how it works. Like, so, yeah. So, you don't know who's financially backing this man.
You're right. I don't.
Which is probably why he's like, hey, this is the people, you know, providing some loans or whatnot, and they're in Italy, and so that's where I'm going to be.
Yeah, his main investor is from Italy. But it's still your company. They're investing into your vision.
They get a part of it, though.
I get it.
It's just like when we went to, I was about to say this example.
But at least there should be some nepotism, something. Like,
there used to be there is a restaurant. Mm-hmm. They got their act together now, though. Yeah. We love their food, right?
I called it, but carry on. I know where you're going.
Yes. We went to eat at their establishment. It was the first time that they had opened, like, a real
brick and mortar building.
Right, because it was always like a food truck. And I don't think they do food trucks no more.
Yeah, he still has the food trucks.
Okay. So we went and ate there, and like the vibe was everything. Like, it was amazing. The whole room was like, okay, you know, Black people are eating here, and it was on the beach. So like, that's not really where, at least that's not where we go. Mm-hmm. Like Jocks and Jackie, we don't really go to South Beach like that anymore.
Yeah.
And the music was right. Yeah. It was like Jagged Edge, like everything. And then Jocks looked around and he was like, the hostess is white. The server is like 2 Black servers, one female, one male.
They weren't servers.
Or whatever.
Oh, server, yeah.
Yeah, they
brought
servers.
you food out.
The bartender was white. Like, it was a disconnect. And then we just started thinking, and we were just like, this is strange. Like,
how did this happen?
Why is that? Yeah. And then it came to be, like, he made it known on Instagram, like, actually, I'm going to close this shop because I can't run it the way that I want to, because these are the people backing me. And so that's why whoever the hostess was who she was. Because it's like, where was she from? She was like German or something. It was like she had an accent from somewhere.
But can I say, since he's parted ways with this investor, he's opened like 3 new locations. Yeah. He's been blessed.
Yeah.
Hey, man, Virgil, get your act right, man.
Well, I'm not going to say Virgil not blessed either.
But
I'm just saying.
I don't think that guy was not blessed. I think he just, when he did things his way, probably the way that he started off doing it. Yeah. He glowed up.
Yeah.
So, I'm just saying there's something to it.
Yeah.
There's something to it. And it just doesn't look right when the whole room looks party. Away.
Yeah.
I don't know. It
just
looks away, bro.
Yeah. But again, your investor is Italian, so I expect nothing
At this point, I feel like he's proven his worth where he's bigger than the brand in a way, so.
Does he know that?
Because can you, like, off the top of your head, think of Off-White clothing, what it looks like, or?
I could think of
a couple
jackets.
Do you know what they look like?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've looked into it. It's not my thing, but, like, it's not something I would wear.
Yeah.
But I'm here for it.
But I feel like he's outgrown the brand. Like, he could start a whole new brand and it could take off the same way.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it's mainly for men, though.
It is.
So that's probably why I'm not into it.
Anyway.
But yeah, I'm just saying.
Do better.
Okay, you're saying do better.
Oh,
I'm saying.
I thought we was on the same page.
We're kind of on the same page. Yes, we are one.
Leaving Cleve.
But I also have worked in the industry, and I understand. Like, sometimes it's not that easy.
You're right. I mean, once you started bringing up where is the headquarters and all that, it started to make sense. Like, maybe, but at the same time,
and then you did your research and you found out who the investor was.
Yeah, but.
And the investor probably got a niece who knows somebody who could be the art director, and that art director knows somebody else, and they got the intern, and who knows, like. And now he's like, well, that's something that I don't have to worry about now. I can just focus on the creative side, or I can just focus on like the photo shoots and how we're gonna market this. And he probably don't care about like the ins and outs of the company. He just wants the product out there, and he wants to give it to the people.
And he's been learning from Kanye West, so.
Okay, we're gonna move on now.
Anyway, so I think that's good. I think we got a good amount of info and convo on that.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Michel Matter.
The Michel Matter is something that I think we've had listener questions about this before. And I've spoken to people recently about this before. Or like recently about this topic. Because it's something that they're going through right now. And I was like, I mean, I haven't necessarily gone through this per se. Like, I've never really broken up with a friend.
Yes, you have.
No.
Okay.
No.
We're going to get into it, I guess. But you have.
I haven't broken up with a friend, but I've known when the friendship needed to end. And so it was pretty much mutual. Like, but it's not nothing like I'm
Some
like...
Some breakups be mutual?
Most breakups are...
Not most.
No?
Nah.
Because I feel like if one person want to break up, you breaking up, bruh. You might think you're still in a relationship.
But most relationships is one person wanting to break up and the other person like, come on, man, we can work this out, or I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Most breakups will be mutual.
But that's not what happened.
Mutual means we both walk through it. It's like, okay, I understand.
That's not what happened in my life. It was never like, okay, I'm breaking up with you, and this person is like, oh, but I want to be your friend. Like, no, it was just kind of like, all right, girl, I get it. And then it's just kind of like you live life. So anyway, we want to talk about, or I want to talk about.
There you go.
Is there ever a time when you need to break up a friendship or break up with one of your friends? And why, pretty much? Like, how does that happen?
I mean, I don't subscribe necessarily to it. I understand. Well, let me say this. I don't subscribe to quote unquote breaking up with a friend. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's so formal and weird. I'm gonna just ghost you.
I think I just slurped in the mic.
I have so many jokes and comments.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm not just, I can't imagine how that goes. Like, because for me, I guess, what does it take to break up a friendship for you? What do you think is, I'm afraid of what you're going to say. But
you got to cross lines that you know you shouldn't have crossed. Or if you're being dishonest or, about big things too. You know what I mean? Because if you're telling me like, or if I find out that you lied to me about going to the mall and we had plans to go to the mall, you decided to go with somebody else. I'm not the type to get upset because most likely I'm going to just want to be home anyway. Like, I was just going to the mall to hang out with you. I would prefer for you to be honest and just be like, hey, such and such called me and wants to go to the mall, and I would prefer to hang out with them like one-on-one. So let's reschedule. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have words that we can use.
So I mean, that's what it does take. But tell me, what does it take? Like, what is what is a breakup?
That's what I mean. Like, by a small lie, you could, like, if you're gonna lie about that. Okay. But like, don't lie. But if you're gonna lie, that lie is not gonna ruin our friendship.
Noted.
But a lie like I'm finding out now that you was messing with my ex from, okay, you know, from high school or whatever, and I'm not with them no more. But I find out like later on.
Even at this stage of your life.
Yeah, because that basically that whole phase was a lie.
I guess.
So you was running behind my back this whole time, and I didn't know. So what are you capable of now that we're not in high school? I guess that we're now mature. You can be more slick with it.
I guess for me, because when I think of breaking up with a friend, I'm assuming this is somebody like, because you know there's different levels of friendship.
And that was just an example.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like, there's different levels of friendship, right? So if one of my lower level of friends, yeah, like a work friend.
That's not so you know how I feel about that.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying there's levels. Like, I wouldn't use the term breakup or. Nah. I'm just, you know.
I'm talking about like a close friend, like somebody you talk to or see at least 3 times a week.
That's a lot. I don't know.
That's a close friend. Yeah, that's like a
no, I get it. Yeah.
You don't have to break up with a coworker. when they leave the job or you leave the job, you're not friends no more.
Nah, it could happen when I'm still there. I'm just saying. And I'm keeping it a bean. Like, if I decide, like, we don't need to interact in that way anymore. Mm-hmm. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not going to...
You don't have to have a conversation like that.
But how do you break up with a friend? Like,
when you're talking about a coworker.
Yes,
like,
yes.
If you're a coworker and we do lunch, right? Mm-hmm. At some point, I'm going to just be like, oh, nah, girl, I'm going to just eat lunch at my desk. Or, you know, like, it's going to be a slow weaning off of...
Weaning. Sorry. I'm a girl for one day.
What?
Nothing.
I didn't say wiener.
I said, I know. Just carry on. Don't worry about me.
Yeah. I'm pretty much I'm going to wean you off of, you know, having lunch together every day. So, slowly, that's going to die out. And what other connection do we have but having lunch every day?
I guess what I was trying to get to is like, okay, so if it's one of my lower level of friends and we...
What's a lower level of friend?
Bruh. Okay,
like shoot me a name.
Fine, no.
Like,
no.
I mean, not on the mic, but like.
No, so I'm gonna go like an acquaintance, right? I wouldn't break up with them. I just ghost them, right? And then the higher up you go, I feel like it gets harder and harder to do that because these are legitimately your friends. Mm-hmm. How do you have that conversation? Like, what does that look like? Like, yo,
for an acquaintance?
I think no, a friend because it's easy with an acquaintance. Yeah,
you said lower level.
Okay.
My lower levels don't need these conversations.
That's what I'm saying. There is no conversation there.
Yeah.
But for...
Why are you so stressed?
Because you're not listening.
You don't have to be pressed.
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
I'm about to break up. No, so I'm saying, so for someone who's like your friend.
Yes.
How do you have that conversation? Like, what is that? Like, yo, you know...
We need to talk.
I think we've grown apart.
It could be that.
Yeah.
It depends on like what your relationship is like. If we're close friends, that means to me, you can come and go, you know, to see me at my house, and I can come and go at your house. Like, not that I have a key or anything, but like on a random Saturday, like, oh, what you doing? Nothing. Okay, I'm gonna come by. I'm gonna bring wine. I'm gonna bring snacks, whatever. Like that kind of close, right? Mm-hmm. If we're just talking on your couch or wherever, and it's like, so I really been thinking, or I really been feeling like, da 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 da, like what's good? Like, what are we doing here? You know?
Yeah.
That's the type of conversation you need to have.
But that's what I'm saying. So
it don't have to be like, we need to talk.
Nah, you know? Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That's not how you talk to your friends. So obviously that's not how the conversation is going to go.
Because for me, my real friends, right? If we're having an issue, we're going to talk about it.
Yes.
And then...
Because you're adults.
That's what I'm saying. But I guess because maybe I just have never had a friend that I've tried to work on a situation with and we couldn't figure it out. I figure especially if it's like your friend, you would do what you got to do to, you know, make it work. Okay.
But there are also those friends where, and I don't know if you have any or had any, where, especially how we grew up, a lot of your friends you came up with, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you've known them basically all your life. Mm-hmm. And sometimes they're your friend just because of habit.
Yeah.
And so conversations need to be had when you grow at different paces or you grow and you're into different things. And it's like, what do we have in common anymore? Like, why are we friends? Right?
Oh, yeah.
So sometimes you have those friends that's like your whole family knows and like they come to the functions type friends. And so it's like, well, you're still my friend because my mom loves you. And, you know, my cousin be hanging out with you too. Or
why are you my friend, though?
What you mean?
Like, because that sounds like somebody who, I mean,
y'all friends, still close because of all that history. But today, present day, we're not in elementary school anymore.
Because my thing is...
So you kind of grow out of the friendship.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I understand it. But when it gets to that point, then it's not breaking up. because I don't believe friends break up like that. Like I figure you just
Why do you keep saying that word?
What?
Figure.
What do you mean? I don't say
like
that.
I said figure earlier and you were like figure.
Oh, it's the way you said it.
But you just repeated yourself.
I know. I was trying to make fun. Anyway,
you were trying to make fun of yourself.
Hey, let's do this podcast.
Okay.
Oh,
that candle smells so good. Go ahead.
Oh, you. That candle's funny.
What?
The candle. That's the candle, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Now you made me lose my train of thought. I was just saying. Yeah. What was I talking about?
You figure.
You messed me up, boss.
Oh my god.
You messed me up. You see what
happened?
Because
I was talking about being friends since like elementary school and.
Oh, I think I was getting to the point where it's just like, if you and your friend get to that point, I just assume that y'all just not, your friendship didn't last. I don't think it's breaking up. Like, you just kind of outgrew it. It's breaking up to me. When you say you breaking up with a friend, I just assume, like, what I see in my mind is just like, we sitting down like, look, I can't do this no more. I think it's more natural. Like, it just...
If you just ghost.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what you're saying.
Yes, but over time, like, we kind of just figured out, like, our schedules just, it don't rock, or... Because I guess what you're...
But then that gives them the license in a few years to be like, oh my gosh, like, we haven't hung out in so long. Like,
yeah.
Nah, it was a clear cut that we're not friends.
Oh, see, because I'm going to just do the dance. I'm like, yeah, man.
I don't have time to be dodging phone calls.
You right. Man, we got to link up.
I feel like you do that.
I do.
That's a problem.
I do.
So you need to break up with some people.
No, I don't have to. You know those...
You just... Okay, or maybe you need to demote.
We were never dating.
You need to demote.
We were never dating.
You need to demote some people. Maybe that's what it is.
But I just
they think they are at a higher level of friendship.
Yeah, that could be it. But you got to take hints.
Everybody don't have that.
Because there's a difference, right? To me, I have friends where we haven't spoken in months, and
y'all still
when we link up,
yeah, it's 100%. I have the same.
You know, but
best friends.
It's some people we don't link up for months, and then I don't want to link back up with you.
So you don't want them to be your friend?
It's not that I don't want to be your friend no more. We're just not friends.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain it.
I need you to explain it.
So,
because I don't get that.
If we were friends, like being friends,
you just want to be. You just want to be Facebook friends.
No, being friends is natural, right? It shouldn't be work. I don't think you work with your friends like that. Like, if we have to, man, we really gotta link up. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, if you're really my friend, you gonna pull up on me, or whatever. And when we talk, it don't have to be, man, it's been so long. We just start talking because it's natural. Like, that's my dog. We just gonna start talking. We'll catch each other up. There's no shade when you're trying to catch up with each other.
Yeah.
I don't got time for all that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, when you see me out and you be like, man, we really got to link up. And I hit you with the, yeah, we really do have to link up. Then, just know. Like, it ain't that.
It ain't that.
Yeah, it ain't that. So, do you have any real life experience breaking up with a friend?
And like you said,
you said no, but
yeah, like you said, it wasn't no like sit down, let me take you to dinner and break up with you type thing. Like, it's never like that. It's just we've grown apart type situation, or you did something grimy to me, and we just cannot be friends anymore because I cannot trust you, and you've shown a pattern to me that you can't be trusted. So we could still be cool from a distance.
So you demoted them? Is that just all that is?
No, it's like we could just still be cool. Like, if we run into each other in you know, perfect example. Well, not perfect example, but my mom went to high school down here. She's not from Miami, but she went to high school in Miami. And I remember when I had to be like in middle school, And we ran into somebody at Aventura in Macy's or some department store. And this lady came up to her and she was like, hey, did you go to Curly? And my mom was like, yeah. And she was like, yeah. Like, apparently they used to, like, be cool in high school. And my mom was like, oh, okay. Like, yeah. I was like, you remember her? She was like, nah, bro. So they used to be friends.
No.
But it was like, or they used to be cool, or they used to see each other in lunch or whatever. Maybe they sat next to each other during class. But now, 10 years later, ain't no beef. It's just, hey, what's up? Like, how are you?
But that's the thing, like, you know.
So for me,
you don't roll up on your dog and they kind of like, do I remember you? Nah, that's not your friend. That's not your friend.
At some point in your life, it was. You know how old my mom was when this happened?
I get it.
Everybody don't look the same. The fact that she even remembered
100%.
that was my mom.
But
my
you
mom
think
don't look like
we
her
share
high
a
school
sandbox
picture.
so we friends? Come on, man.
First of all, it wasn't a sandbox.
I get it. But look, we took algebra together. We're not friends. Like, my friends I speak to.
But what I'm saying is, basically, in 10 years from now, if the people that I'm, like, no longer friends with, if I run into them anywhere, it's no beef.
Yeah. That's
because it wasn't like a breakup, come get your last box and get out my house. Like, it was just like at the end of the day, this is just, because, you know what it is.
Yeah,
like,
so okay.
You know what you did.
Because I'm assuming it's never like straight from, all right, we not cool to, or I got an issue with you to, are we breaking up as friends? What are the steps? Like, how do you ignore people? Like, you know how sometimes, like, we're dealing with somebody now who just ignores people.
Yes. I'm like, who are you talking about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
That's your people.
It is my people, whatever. So, like, she'll just ignore people.
Okay.
But I'm saying, is that something that you use, or what do you use, like, when you're mad at someone, or, like, how do you let them know you
speak.
Did? Okay.
Because I have words. Like, I don't understand. Like, that's the part I don't understand. If there's a problem, like, I may be upset, right? So, like, with one situation, I was upset at the moment. Mm-hmm. And even after, I was still upset. But I just needed some time. Like, just give me some space. You know what I'm saying? 2 weeks to, like, a month where I can just process what just happened here. Because there is so much information here alone that now I need to go back into my encyclopedia of this friendship to see, have you ever done this before and I just didn't catch it? Like, am I dumb here? Like, because I would never do this to you, but you did it to me.
So do you think...
So I just need time, and then I'm going to communicate. I'm going to reach out. If you don't answer, then we're not going to have a communicate. Like, we're not going to have a back and forth, but I'm going to still get my opinions and thoughts out to you some way. Like,
yeah,
it's the 99 and the 2000s. Like, I'm gonna reach you somehow. If you don't want to reply, that's on you.
But my thing is, so, like, do you think it's where maybe they weren't as much your friend as you thought, or is it just, you know, they're human, they made a mistake, like, in that situation?
Could be. People make mistakes.
But I'm saying, what do you think it was?
In that particular situation? Yeah. You know how I feel about the word mistake.
Yeah, it's hard to make that mistake.
So
you think they were just not a good friend?
In that moment, no. And so that's when I need to think about moving forward. Can I still be friends with you? And were you always this way? Mm-hmm. And I just didn't notice. Because maybe I was just not in tune with the energy you was giving out this whole time.
We kind of knew.
When I look back now,
okay.
Okay. But that's when that reflection happens, and I'm like, oh.
You've been like this. You've been like this.
Yeah.
Because, I guess, yeah, it depends. If it's a moment of just like, yo, that's so out of character, I feel like maybe I'll give you more of a chance.
Right. Like if it was like if it was like my best, you know.
Yeah.
Then I would be like, yo, that caught me off guard.
So if your best friend made that same mistake, you would have forgave her? I'm in your chest now.
You are. I don't know.
I feel like we're talking in so much code, but
I don't know. I don't know what I would have done if it was her. But that would have been so, like, out of level. I don't even feel like she could do something like that. You know what I mean? You know when you know somebody? Why are you making that face?
No reason.
You know when you know somebody, it's like, you just know their character. So then when they do you wrong, or if they do something that they know, clearly they know you wouldn't have liked it because they weren't honest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they could do anything else. Like, they could do whatever they want because they knew they could get away with that. Yeah. Or they knew that it was wrong because they didn't tell you, and they knew that they would get away with it. And there was a chance that everything would still be cool after. So is there... like, people are like, what am I listening to today?
Yeah. This is another disjointed podcast.
But again, I'm like, this is a long time ago. Like, I'm not mad. And we're cool. Like, it's no beef today. But we're not, like, friends. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
This would have been a much better podcast if we would have told the story just with different names.
No.
No? Okay.
We're not doing that.
No? It would have been good for me.
No.
I think that's some good content.
So do you have any real life experience?
No. I mean, you know my life. You know my friends. My friend's not disloyal like
Why is it that you don't want to be honest, though?
Me?
With the people who you dodging.
I'm not dodging. You're not my friend.
Oh, so they're not your friend.
The people I dodge? No, I don't. Who dodges their friends?
Wow.
Do you dodge your friends?
No.
So I don't dodge mine.
Should you let them know, though, that they're not your friend?
What is I've only told one person ever that I can think of that we're not friends. Yeah, it was a young lady. She kept calling me she kept calling me her best friend. Okay, no, that's fine. She kept calling me her best friend. I had to tell her, look, you're not my best friend. All right?
Get me out of here, please.
What?
What is wrong with you?
What you mean? I'm on my podcast. I'm being vulnerable. I'm trying to give good content, unlike you. I'm trying to give good content.
Listen.
You got a story to tell.
And that's why I have an autobiography to write.
Speaking of, I'm so behind.
You haven't even read mine yet.
I haven't even written mine yet. So
okay.
In the beginning.
We have a break this weekend, so.
But, so I guess last
And how did they take it?
How did they take what?
You telling them, like, yo, you're not my friend.
I didn't tell her that you're not my friend. Because at the time, I did consider...
You're not my best friend.
Yes, you're not my best friend.
So you let them know I'm demoting you from where you think you are.
Yes, from where you think you are. Because he wasn't there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like...
What energy were you putting off that they thought they were your best friend?
Just being nice.
But, like, did y'all talk every day?
No. I mean, you know my life. I didn't speak to this person every day.
I'm just asking so that the people listening can understand.
What do I?
That's like when somebody thinks they're your girl or whatever.
No, it was not that far.
No, I'm saying like some people will think they're in a relationship, but you're not in a relationship.
But like you can't tell people like you're my best friend. You don't know nothing about me like that. Like my best friends know things about me. If I've never had a conversation with you about anything like important, you're not my best friend. Or you're probably not even my friend. So, and that's what I'm saying. People need to get the hint. But I
think people just we need to define the relationships that we're in.
But I guess
off rip.
Those are awkward conversations for people who feel like they're grandfathered into positions that no one gave them. So like, just
how would you be grandfathered into a position?
You just know me for a long time, so you just assume things.
And that's what I was saying. Some people are just they were with you in the sandbox. And you take them with you through life. And so it's like,
I didn't take them with me. They just kept following me.
It's not even about fault. You got to think about how we grew up, right? Or at least the school where we met each other at. Mm-hmm. That is the culture. everybody is friends with what? It's only about 10 people in your class. Those 10 people are your friends. And so up until from, I don't know what grade, 6th grade to 12th grade, they're your friends. Mm-hmm. And then you get to college, and you talk every here and now and then. Then before you graduate college, you're like, wait, we're not really friends for real. Like,
it didn't take me that long to figure it out. It took me about a semester and a half.
Yeah, but you were still in college.
Cool like that. Yeah, we're not cool like that. If our friendship couldn't make it past fall semester, like, I couldn't. Come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look.
Maybe your niceness needs to be reevaluated. Like,
no, it's good. I think I'm good.
Maybe you just think you're nice, and people are like, "That's my dog." Like,
I give up that kind of vibe, I guess.
Well, maybe you need to like readjust.
Nah, I don't. I think people need to understand and take hints. If someone doesn't talk to you, they're not your friend. That's it. I mean, y'all can be cool.
But there's no beef, right?
If I saw you on the side of the road and you got a flat tire, I will 100% call AAA for you.
Yeah. You're not going to change the tire?
Nah, I'll call AAA for you.
Okay.
But we're not friends. There's a difference. And I feel like to break up, the term breaking up with a friend, I feel like it's just a lot because I just think it takes something egregious to break up with a friend. I think you have one of those stories, but you won't tell it. But
I never broke up with. That's the thing.
Yes,
that's the thing. No.
Oh,
if you really, I'm gonna put it in an autobiography. I did not. I literally didn't. I have never broken up with a friend. I've had one friend break up with me, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was in high school, right before graduation. You don't remember?
Yeah, it's my fault, I guess.
Was it?
I thought it was.
No. That had nothing to do with you.
Maybe we think about different people.
You was already in Tampa at that time.
Oh, then I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. But they didn't really break up. It wasn't like a conversation because we're in high school and apparently high schoolers don't know how to communicate. It was basically like she hung up on my face one day and that was the last time I've ever heard from her. I've seen her since.
Then I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I've seen her since at a funeral. But we didn't talk because I'm not here at this funeral for you. Yeah. So, but again, there's no beef and we're like Facebook friends and, whatever that means.
It don't mean nothing.
Nothing.
So I guess once you see.
But I've never broken up with anybody. I may have initiated, like, we might not be as cool as you think anymore.
I feel like you're being nice. I feel like you have.
Nah.
But
I got the receipts. I got the emails.
Right,
I got the everything.
We'll go through it, and I will give people an update.
No, we're not going to give people an update.
We will. And guys,
ain't no update.
If it's up to me, y'all going to hear this story.
No.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
I'm trying to give y'all some good content.
There.
Listen to episode 35 in 2 weeks.
This is almost 10 years old. No, it's not that old.
No.
This is almost like 7 or 6 years old.
Yeah,
so
about that.
It's done. Like, there's no story to tell.
Oh, it's a story.
But
anyway.
But I know that I have never broken up with anybody. That's why I'm like. But I do know when it's done. Like, when it's time to end the friendship.
To end a friendship.
But you're not literally like breaking up with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when we broke up, it was like a breakup.
Why you had to bring that up?
Because you have to understand, like, the difference.
I understood then, and I understand that you're doing a lot. So, on that note.
No. You had another question.
I did, but I feel like
yes, you
we've
said
kind of answered this. But go ahead.
No, you said if I quote unquote break up with them, do you have to break up with them too?
Oh yeah. Oh,
what I feel like it depends on the situation, but also you're a grown man and can make decisions for yourself. So if you feel like my reasoning behind not being friends with somebody is like you're being petty or it's not even a valid reason, and you're just like, you trust that person is actually better than I think that person is to be a friend,
well,
then that's on you.
I guess because like the instance I could think of, and I'm trying to get through this without being too open, but like
you don't have to say anything.
I'm not. I'm trying to give good content. So there's someone that I don't talk to, and I don't know if you still talk to them. Yeah, okay. On purpose. It's a woman that I don't talk to. I'm trying to get through this without like.
Keep going.
Yeah, so I don't talk to her anymore. And I feel like,
but y'all are cool now?
We were cool, and you're always like, you guys were so cool, and you don't. How can you just not talk to her?
Okay.
Oh man.
Okay. You'll tell me off air.
I'm not sure.
You'll tell me off air.
Okay, but I'm saying I'm not sure if you still talk to her. So it's like, I mean,
you're not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Then I really don't know who you're talking about.
I'm trying to sneak it in.
Just type it.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But all anyway, right. You're not sure if I still talk to her.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't want me to talk to her?
I mean, it's up to you.
Child.
So?
No.
You don't talk to her?
I barely talk to her when y'all's friends.
Oh, okay. That's a lot.
But go ahead. But that's a lie, you said?
No, I said that's a lot. But like, I don't think I would be mad if you still talk to her. What?
It's just. Go ahead.
So yeah, I don't think I'd be mad if you still talk to her.
But there's no beef.
Yeah.
At least on my end.
Yeah, there's not.
No, there's beef on your end.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. In those type of situations, is it man, because Jox doesn't want to talk to her anymore, I can't talk to her? Like, do you feel comfortable still talking to her?
If she talked to me.
But you wouldn't reach out. But you didn't reach out.
I never that's the thing. It's
that's
like,
not a good point. Yeah, that's not a good one. No. I can't talk to your enemies.
I don't have enemies.
Yes, you do.
I do.
That girl is your enemy.
I don't have enemies. Because I... What?
Jackie, like the way your chest fuck... I don't have enemies.
Because you have to understand, like...
I have haters.
If I'm still mad at you after 6 or 7, like, plus years, like, that's crazy. That's now
but
my...
it's beef.
That is now my issue. That has nothing to do with you now.
It's beef, regardless. It's beef.
Again, if I saw this person...
Because, okay, so... could that person get
How
into...
I have beef with somebody I still talk to,
good graces again?
We're in good graces. We are.
Yeah? Y'all go to lunch together and stuff?
No. We don't live in the same place.
I'm saying if you did.
No, but I barely do that with people.
This is what I'm saying.
But who do I do that with?
That's not your friend.
Who do I do that with?
Well, go to lunch?
Yeah. When do I just go to lunch?
But I'm saying, if one of your friends said, Jackie, let's go to lunch, you'd be like, okay. If this person said, Jackie, let's go to lunch, what would you say?
I would say yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would.
That's going to be an awkward lunch.
No, but I mean, obviously, if you invited me to lunch, you got something to tell me.
Nah, I'm just trying to kick it because we friends.
But that's the thing. We're not friends. We're just cool.
But y'all were friends.
Yes.
So I'm saying, can that person be your friend again?
No, because too much time has passed where we're not friends. We're just cool. So the new standard of friendship has been already realized.
But if she like
the new level,
tried to work on it earlier, you think y'all could have been friends again?
Maybe. You don't think so?
Nah. I was around, so I know what that was. So I'm gonna go ahead and say no for you. I feel like when certain people cross certain lines, I think that she was dead to you at that point.
Wow. I didn't say that. I never said that.
I was there, so.
But I never said that. And that's the thing with me, because it doesn't matter, like, if we are...
What? I'm tired.
It doesn't matter if we're no longer at the same friendship level that we were. I'm still gonna like hold certain things, which is why I'm not saying the situation. Like we were friends. So I'm not just going to put our business out there or like all the stuff that we've talked about out there. Or I'm not going to talk bad about you, like regardless of what people may say. You know, if they're like, oh, I saw Jackie and she was like, when I asked about you, and I'm like,
that happened?
Yes, you don't remember?
Nah. So keep going.
Okay.
I forgot how much beef it was.
Because that's not how I operate. Like, if we're done, then we're done. Like, it's like when you leave a job, you literally take your things and you don't look back. Like, if I quit a job, I'm not going to go back to that job in 3 years because I quit for a reason. So if we're done, then there's really nothing for me to say anymore. So if people ask me about you, I'm not going to know what to say because ain't nothing to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Or like, I don't know. I feel like we live in a weird time though, because had it been, 1992, I wouldn't know anything about this person. Like the only reason why you're still cool with some people that you may not be friends with is because social media.
Yeah, it keeps you connected.
Yeah, where you don't need to be.
Yeah,
sometimes.
That's true. That's why I've considered unfollowing people and.
Well, at that point, it's like, why have social media? You might as well just.
No, I'm not saying unfollow everyone. I'm just unfollowing the people that I don't need to follow no more. Because I don't need to be connected to you at all, and you don't need to be connected to me.
But then that's when it seems like, oh, well, then you are harboring some type of beef. Because if you don't need to be connected to me, but we're already Facebook friends, because we're already Facebook friends. Now you're trying to unfollow me. That indicates
I'm not trying. I'm about to do it.
You're gonna unfollow me. That indicates that there is a problem.
No, it's not that necessarily. It's just
why you can't just not communicate with me on social media.
I'm trying to get to a point in my life where I'm just sincere, right? And I don't want to.
But you don't want to tell the people to demote themselves. You're trying to be sincere, but you don't want to let.
No, I'm trying to be sincere in my actions. Me ignoring you is not an action. It's just
that is an action.
Nah, it's not an action.
Yeah, you can press ignore on a phone.
I don't want to. I don't want to hit you with the let's link up, because I feel like.
So don't say that.
So what are we gonna say?
Nothing.
So somebody go like, yo, we gotta hang out. Be like, nah, we don't. Okay. That's not realistic, Jackie. I know. That's not realistic.
But you don't have to say, yeah, let's make something happen. No, like, you don't have to go that far. You just be like, oh yeah, okay.
Look, I'm just trying to get to a point with my friends where that group of people knows who they are. And yeah, like you said, the people who aren't, they know. That would be good for me.
Group of people.
Like the people who think they're my friends, but they're not my friends. I wish there was a better way for them to find out. So I don't know. Maybe unfollowing them, they'll kind of figure it out. I know someone right now who unfollowed like everybody on their Instagram.
Really?
Yeah.
What was their reasoning for that?
They haven't finished telling me yet.
You made the cut?
Yeah, I made the cut.
Oh, okay.
You did too.
What?
You made the cut.
Who is it?
We'll talk about it after. But yeah.
That's so random.
I feel like we're talking in so much code. But I guess just to put a bow on this.
A bow.
Yeah, put a bow on this in this. I mean, I stand by it. I don't believe in breaking up with friends because I just feel like that takes a lot.
You just believe in blocking them or defriending them on Facebook.
I haven't made my final decision on that, but yes, that's a clear possibility. I don't know. I'm working on me. This whole podcast, all this is about working on me, becoming a better me, talking through it. So yeah, maybe after saying it out, it doesn't sound that great of an idea.
I feel like the last time I actually had to worry about a friendship was actually recently, not too long ago, a few months ago. Because I feel like this is somebody that I was super close to at some point in my life. And then things just kind of switched up. And then every time I'm around, it kind of sounds like shade, but I don't know if it's shade or like what's going on, like why. And especially how I just explained myself. Like if we were cool at a certain point in time, you have those people that you're just cool with that, season of your life. And you guys share information with each other about stuff. So I know a lot about you, but because I'm loyal in that way, I'm not going to just like blast you.
But I feel like that's why that is one of your friends, because you didn't, that could have been an easy moment to just cut it off. But I feel like you reached out to that person.
Yeah, we had a conversation.
Spoke. Yeah, y'all spoke. Like, that's a real friend. And you didn't just break.
But I also reached out to the other person who you thought was dead to me. I did.
I don't understand that. But yeah.
You're saying basically what I'm saying.
But you
about
did
the
one
other person.
But you did one to save the friendship. I don't know why you did the other one.
To understand.
You wanted closure? Like a woman. You wanted closure?
Like a woman?
Yeah.
Like a person.
I don't be needing closure.
You do.
No, I don't. I don't need closure.
You do.
I do not. I am perfectly fine.
Yeah, that's why you gotta unfriend people on social media.
It's just an open wound. I don't need no stitches, no nothing.
But it's because communication is important. Regardless of if I know the outcome, like for that one friend, I knew it wasn't going to go nowhere. But we still need to have dialogue. Like, I still need to let you know why. I don't want you to, like, go on in life like, oh, yeah, what happened to that friendship? And I don't want me to go on, like, you know, confused with no answers.
I guess.
And just like the other person, I want to know, why is it that I think you're throwing shade at me every time we're around each other? But, like, to you, it's okay. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Am I reading you wrong? Like, what's the problem?
And like a real friend, you figured it out.
Yes.
So, I don't know.
In both situations, I had to do what I had to do. In one situation, I just got a clearer answer.
I felt like you only wanted to answer one. But, I don't know.
Bruh, I'm going to show you the receipts. Okay. Because I don't understand where you're coming from.
I don't want to keep talking about that if we're not going to talk about that. So.
Okay.
All right. So you good? No, I'm serious. You good?
I've been good.
All right. So I'm just ready because we can move on to the next topic.
Okay. So.
All right. On to the listener matter.
Yes. Episode's Listener Matters, we have 2 questions. As you guys know, you can email us at michelmatters@gmail.com. And the first question is, when you're facing adversity, how long are you willing to not speak to each other until the problem is solved?
Between each other?
I'm assuming.
I mean, for me, I've always been like a strong proponent of I can't go to sleep angry or to not, you know, let things linger like that. So
no, sometimes I go to sleep angry.
I mean, that's a personal thing.
No, but we could have still worked it out, but I'm gonna still be angry though.
Oh yeah. But I'm saying we've addressed the issue. I don't like let things go unaddressed.
Exactly. We're not gonna wait until tomorrow to talk about it.
Like, I may not talk about it at the same exact moment, but we're going to talk about this today. Only because I don't know if it just kind of like gives me anxiety to know that your mind is going crazy thinking about something and I don't know what you're thinking about.
Yeah.
So like I can't sleep. So I need to talk this out, and at least I need to know what the problem is. Or where you stand on the issue. I can't go too long without knowing how you feel about it. So how long
are you willing to go?
I give you a couple hours. I
feel like, I guess a couple hours. I don't feel like we've gone a couple hours though. I mean, unless it's like it happens while you're at work.
Yeah, those be the worst. When she says like, you know what? Let's just finish this conversation at home.
Yeah.
So this child just gonna sit and it's gonna fester.
Yeah.
But it could go 2 ways. It could go either way. Like, you know what? I had some time to think about it, and it's not as bad as I thought it was, or it could get worse. And it typically gets worse. But I don't like to, that's another reason why I don't like to let problems linger, because they tend to get worse the longer you wait to try to resolve it. Yeah. Like, you give people time to come to their own conclusions. They start to formulate, like, ideas and like, dang, you know, or maybe they'll talk to somebody else about it too before they talk to you. And that person could gas them up too with some bad advice. No, that's not what happens over here. I mean, I'm not saying just us, but... Right, but they're asking in general, us. Like, that's why I don't like to let things linger, because you don't know what's going to happen in between. So, take care of it ASAP. Yeah. ASAP. Like, unless it's something relatable, where I know the other person may have been going through that, or is going through that. Because, like, okay, there was a situation where I was like, well, there was something that we always do, and I just didn't want to do that anymore. Or at least not at that place, right? Mm-hmm. And I know that a friend of mine also didn't want to go there anymore. And so, what's wrong with you? I'm trying to think exactly. I think I know what you're talking about, but keep going. Yeah. And so we were not meeting eye to eye. But I knew that the friend and I was meeting eye to eye. Me and the friend were meeting eye to eye on the situation. So I wanted to know her feedback. Like, am I tripping, or like, what do I do here? Yeah. Also, like, you know, she had been married longer than me, so I just feel like maybe you have a little more insight on this than I do. In the end, I feel like still it's working itself out, right? Yeah. But that's like the only time that I would go to someone else before I would talk to you. And that would still be like the same day that I would talk to you. Yeah. So I wouldn't go too long. Like you said, a few hours. Couple hours, that's it. That's only if it's a work day. And then if it's like a weekend, like 20 minutes. And like, I'm going to need you to go wash your face and do whatever you need to do, and then we gonna talk. Because I don't have time. There's definitely been situations where you'll be mad or you'll feel away, and then you'll go into your little nook, and then you'll put on your headphones. Yeah, because I'm going into worship before we do this. I don't know what goes on behind that curtain. I just know that sometimes I gotta come get you. Let me pray about this. I gotta come get you out of there so we can go talk about it, because I don't know what you're writing in that journal. I'm afraid to open that thing. So I'm just talking to God, man. So yeah. So not too long. Next question. I've been realizing over time that my coworkers will ask me for help, which turns into me doing the work for them. For example, they'll tell me they need help, and I'll tell them I'm busy, but they proceed to tell me the problem. To be a good coworker, I'll go ahead and help them. I'm not their manager, and they end up getting praise from the higher-ups on things that I've actually done. At work, when is it acceptable to put yourself first? And when should you be a team player? I don't know if I'm the best person to answer this, because I'm like a manager. Whoa, I wasn't going there with it. I was not going there with it. Assistant to the regional. Nah, no, definitely not. But no, I was just saying, like, for me, I overhelp people at work. Oh. Like, it's very rare that someone asks me for the help and I tell them no. And it doesn't matter. Like, so you're this person. Yeah, I am this person. But at the same time, it doesn't bother me in that way. Does it affect your work? Not really. I just feel like, because I one of the things is this person seems a little salty, but they're like, I'm not their manager, and they end up getting praise. They're really salty. Oh, yeah? Clearly. Then they end up getting praise from the higher ups on things that I've done. Me personally, I find some pride in it. Like, look at me, I did that. Like, even though they're getting the praise, like, everybody know. Mm-hmm. Everybody know how this went down. Like, I help, and this happens a lot at my job specifically. Like, I help people. I help write emails for people that they send off and, you know, get things done. But I don't know, man. I don't get caught up in that, because I know my worth, and I don't think that affects my worth at all. If anything, it builds my wealth, like, or my worth. Because everybody at work know, like, you can't replace me. So
I feel like, in a sense, like I've been there where people get praise on things that I've done, but thankfully and not thankfully, I have coworkers or a coworker who is always in my business. So she'll make sure to let people know, like, oh no, Jackie did that. Like,
yeah. They'll talk for you.
Yeah. So if you have coworkers that are not like that, then that sucks. I get that. But when is it acceptable to put yourself first? I feel like you should kind of put yourself first, because you're like it should be like some type of a balance, right? Mm-hmm. Like if people ask me for help on something, even if I don't know the answer, I'll try to point them in the right direction. Or like it's weird. It's weird to explain. Like, okay, so if somebody needs a sample, right? But I don't always have the complete sample that's going to be like what people purchase online. So it may look different, or a color may be off, or a print may be off. But somebody needs it for a photo shoot, and I'll let them know, like, you can have this sample for the photo shoot, but just know, like, this is off, this is off, this is off. Mm-hmm. And so I don't need you putting this online, and then people come back to me like, why am I not getting this?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But so on that end, I'll still try to help you as much as I can. But if it interferes with like deadlines that I'm on too, then I have to let you know, like, can you give me a second? Do you need this today? Like, when is the deadline for you? Because I have things that are due like to yesterday.
Yeah, I guess for me, I guess that's the point.
Yeah.
I straddle the line even, but when it gets to the point where I'm spending so much time doing your work that I'm not getting mine's done,
that's a problem.
That's when it's like, okay, you've gone too far.
Yeah. Because that's not being a team player either.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, people have to look out for you also. Like, I've definitely had issues at work where it's like, look, man, I've helped you so many times. I need you to help me right now.
Yeah.
Like, and sometimes helping me is like, yo, let me finish this first.
Yeah.
I'll help you, but let me finish this first.
Yeah.
But I definitely don't feel like helping other people will never, block your own blessing. Like what's for you is for you. So if you feel like you're not getting your just due because other people are getting it, then, maybe it's just not for you. But
yeah,
I feel like if you keep plugging away doing your work too, though, you got to get your work done.
You got to get your work
You get your work done and you help people, hey, man, your blessing's going to come. Man.
I think that's the main thing.
Yeah, I don't think that lowers your value, or, maybe you're doing the wrong thing. I don't think doing the right thing always pays off to me. So, and helping people is the right thing when you can. When you can.
Yeah, I agree. That's it?
Yeah, I think let's go to the business spotlight.
Okay.
So for this episode's business spotlight, I wanted to highlight Pretty Healthy Cafe. Mm-hmm. It's it's not vegan. It's just a healthy option.
Yeah, they have like smoothies.
Yeah, smoothies, salads, a bunch of wraps. It's a small business. We got food from there recently. Yeah. One of our good friends was in a video with one of the meals. And we ended up, I think it was Jackie. She was just scrolling through the internet. She was like,
the internet?
The internet, yeah. And she saw our kitchen on somebody's page. And it was from when our friend recorded a video here. And it wasn't even to promote the restaurant. But, all promo is good promo.
I was just like, I've seen this place before. That's my kitchen. Why is it on your page?
But I had a tuna wrap, And it was solid. Like, it was pretty good.
Yeah, I had the shrimp.
Yeah.
Shrimp wrap.
How did you like it?
It was good. And I like the little dipping sauce.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I would definitely go back.
Yeah, the prices are good. And it comes with, like, sun chips and whatnot.
Yeah. That was definitely a solid meal. Good portion.
But they won't tell you that. So you got to, like, grab the chips.
Oh, they don't?
No.
Oh.
Which is why not everybody had chips that day. Because I wasn't aware.
Come on, man.
Yeah, but it was good. It's like a small spot in Miami Gardens,
right?
Yeah.
So not too far from us.
And when I was there, it was like 3 women in there. So that was cool. What?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just, like when you have your own vision for your business.
I like that. Yeah. You see yourself in them.
Exactly.
So we definitely had to support, and we'll continue to support.
Mm-hmm.
I like what they got going, and the food's good, so
yeah,
can't complain.
Yeah, so you guys check it out, and that's it for this episode, right?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yes.
Episode 34 in the books.
We're gonna go take a break.
Yes. All right, y'all.
Bye.
When I pull up on you, then I might swear, ayy. Double off deuce, ayy. That you might work, ayy. When I pull up on you, then I might swear, ayy. Double off deuce, ayy. That you might work, ayy. That you might work. That you might work.